So I did put a hair wrap on her hair to prevent any hair from getting into her face. I also put on a cape because we do not want to dirty any clothing or have makeup fall on your client. So it is always safe to put a cape, and the hair wrap is optional. If you don't have a hair wrap, you can use hair clips. I use hair clips sometimes, but I feel like either way it's a lot easier as long as there's no hair in the face to get in your way from applying the makeup. So here I'm using a small angled brush, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow in shade 25. This is a waterproof product and it does last the entire day. And I'm just going to fill in her brows. I'm not going to fill them in too much because she does have thin eyebrows. I just want to enhance her brows and give them a nice shape. Now that we have her eyebrow shape, we are going to take the MAC Prolong Wear Concealer, and I'm just taking this brush from Urban Decay. I believe it came in the Naked 3 or Naked 2 palette, but I do like this brush because the thin eyeshadow side I can use to apply the concealer, and then the other side I can use to blend it out. I do like to use the Prolong Wear Concealer to do this because it works perfectly as a base for shadow. So here I'm taking another Urban Decay brush. It's similar to the one that I just used for the concealer. This one does have two sides as well, but I'm using the fluffy blending side to blend this color onto her crease. I do like to use the chocolate bar because the colors are so awesome. You can use this on anybody and they blend so perfectly. So if you are a beginner, definitely check out the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette because I feel like it's a lot easier for you since the colors are neutral, and you can also have a nighttime look with it because it does contain darker shadows. But they do blend very nicely, and that is why I love to use this chocolate bar palette. So I'm just going to blend that color onto her crease, and I am lifting her brow because I can get a better visual of where her crease is and where the shadow should be placed. It is a lot easier to do that as well because it blends a lot easier. So on the flat side of that same brush, I'm going to spray Max Fix Plus, and I'm going to take the Lorac Pro Palette, and I'm going to take this deep purple color. She did want to go with a darker look, so I decided to use this color because it is not black, it's not brown, but it's a very nice deep purple with a very, very small shimmer in it. So we're just going to pat that shadow onto her lid, and then we're going to blend it out with the other side of the brush with no product. So now that we blended everything out, I'm taking these small makeup removing pads and I'm just cleaning up any fallout from the eyeshadow. Since it is a dark eyeshadow, there probably is some fallout, so I'm just going to very lightly just clean that off. Now I'm going to take this small eyeshadow brush and this color light bronze. I'm going to pack this color onto her lid just to make the eyeshadow pop. Now I'm just blending any harsh lines. I'm going to take these red cherry lashes in 213 and the Duo eyelash glue with some tweezers. I'm just going to pop on her eyelashes. I like to push the lashes onto the lash line with my fingers just to make sure that the lashes are nice and secure. I'm going to take this dark brown color, it's called Sable, and I'm taking a small angled brush. I'm just going to line her lower lashes and I'm going to blend it out. Since we're doing a smoky eye, you have to make sure to line the lower lashes just to make sure that the eyes look nice and even. Now I'm taking this Real Techniques foundation brush, which I like to use as a concealer brush. I like to apply the concealer with it since it's nice and precise. It has like a pointy end. I'm taking MAC Prolong concealer and I'm going to apply that right underneath her eyes, and I'm going to bring it down just to brighten up her face. It is very important to use a lighter concealer, especially if you're doing a smoky eye. Smoky eye could be very tricky because you do not want to look like you got punched, and I've seen that happen so many times. But if you do use a light concealer, it brightens up underneath the eyes and it definitely gives you that nice smoky eye that you want. So I'm taking NYX Pore Filler and this is a primer. It is very silky and I'm using this to smooth out her skin, and definitely works great if you have larger pores. It gives you that smooth canvas so your foundation can look nice and flawless. So I'm going to choose out her foundation color, and I'm taking this very small spatula just to scoop it out. And I've been using my hand to apply makeup product. A lot of people do not like you to use your hand, so it's better to use a plate and a spatula. but I do not have mine at the moment. So since my sister said it's okay, I can use my hands, I went on and used my hands. But it is way more professional if you would use a spatula and a plate to apply your makeup. And right now I just grabbed some of that foundation, and it is the Graftobian Warm Palette. And I feel like this foundation is very, very nice. It's HD, it's full coverage, it's blendable, and you can definitely sheer it out with moisturizer. But I didn't do that. I just applied the foundation for more full coverage. And right now I'm just blending that concealer underneath the eyes with a foundation brush by Sephora. Now I'm taking my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to warm up her face a little bit, and I'm going to contour a little bit. I'm not going to contour too much. If I do want to do like full glam, I would contour with a cream, but we're doing something slight, and I'm just going to contour with a powder, which works just as good. And I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush. I really like Real Techniques brushes. It makes your job so much easier. They blend nicely, and you can find them at Ulta or Amazon or realtechniques.com. I will list it down below, but they are very affordable brushes. They are very, very good quality brushes, and I feel like they do the job just right. So going back to eyes, I'm going to take this nude color from the Lorac Pro Palette, and it's a very light shimmer color. I'm going to place that in her inner tear duct just to brighten up the eyes a little bit more. So now I'm going to take my mascara, and I'm taking my disposable wands, which are very important. And I'm taking that one mascara wand, and I'm going to use it on one eye. And then when I'm finished with that one, I'm going to toss it out. And I'm going to take a new clean mascara wand and then dip it into the mascara. You do not want to dip that same wand that I'm using back into the tube, because you will contaminate it, and you want to be very sanitary, especially when it comes to the eye area. You want to have that tube nice and clean, so always make sure to use clean mascara wands and toss them out after you finish with one eye, and then get another one for the other eye. I'm taking a black eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to line just a little bit on top of her lashes, just to hide the band a little bit. It's not going to be bold since her eyes are already kind of dark, and I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I feel like it looks fine just the way it is. I'm just going to smudge a little bit of this black liner, and we're finished with that. Now I'm going to go back with that nude color, and I'm going to highlight underneath her brows. I feel like this is really going to make them pop, and it definitely is going to make the look more elegant. I really feel like this highlight is going to make a huge difference. Her face is going to be nice and glowy, so we definitely want to highlight her brow bones just to complete the look. Now I'm taking this very nice pretty blush. It is a peach tone blush with gold shimmer in it. It's going to give her that nice glow to the cheeks. And I'm just going to take this small Morphe or Morphe brushes blush brush, and I'm going to tap that right onto her cheeks and blend it upward. Now that we're done with the blush, I'm going to take this big powder brush and I'm going to take some translucent powder. I'm going to pat that onto her forehead and her nose and a little bit on her chin, since this is the T-zone and we do not want it to get oily. And now I'm taking my Mary Luminizer by the Balm, which is such a gorgeous highlight. I'm like obsessed with it, seriously. And I'm just going to put that right onto her cheekbones just to give her a more of a glow.